We've just begun thatching our tiny house roof in Zimbabwe, and last time John had to be away from our homestead and missed all of it.
Wow, they've done that really quickly. What?
Well, the good news is he's back. He's happy.
That looks so cool.
And it's all hands on deck as we push forward with this traditional method of roofing our home office and getting ever closer to finishing the stairs leading into it. There's been a lot going on out here.
So you could say, everybody, that this is the calm before the storm.
So let's get into it.
We've got John, our head builder's just pulled in, and he is very impressed with the speed at which these guys are going this morning. And I've also heard from our John that he is all done. Our key is fixed and he is on his way home.
Okay, that took quite a long time in the end. It is 11 o'clock now, so it'll be 12:30 by the time I get home, which is about what I planned for.
He's going to be so excited when he gets here and sees how this has all gone, because it looks incredible. You know, now for the first time we have the shape of a building. We've got the shape of the roof. We can see how it's going to look and feel when it's done. And it's just, oh man, how amazing.
I was really hoping that I'd be able to get back sooner and get stuck in sooner. So kind of on time, but on time factored in, you know, things moving quite slowly, as they certainly did. Immigration was great, it took about 20 minutes, but the key, there was a few problems with that, and here we are. So let's go home quick sticks.
So I think they've probably done all of the big beams that are going around the apex now. And then I would imagine they put the smaller ones in between those to create the kind of basis, the wood base on which the thatch is placed. This is going so fast. I mean, that's half a day to get, I would say, I don't know, hazarding a guess, 75% of the structure up and done. They were not joking when they said this was going to be done quickly. Oh man, it looks amazing, doesn't it? Do you know what thatch also does for me is remind me of holidays. Thatch is always what national parks build. It's what the little parks around here have got, where you go and have a braai or a picnic. These little rondavels made out of thatch. So to me it always gives me a feeling of a holiday or a chalet or something that is, you know, really special and very unique. I'm just seeing these poles sticking out and I just remember the feeling of sitting beneath the eaves of a thatch roof. There's something very different about it. There's something very special about it. It always holds a certain kind of energy, I think it is, without sounding too woo-woo about it. Yeah, I'm just loving this. And it hasn't even started yet, guys. Hasn't even started. I'd love to hear if you've got any kind of relationship to thatch, if you've ever lived in a thatch home, if you've got a thatch home. I don't know, maybe by doing this we can inspire more people to think about thatch on their own homes, you know? It's going to make us smile, I think. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments, so let us know. Let us know what you think. I don't know what sort of perspective you guys are able to get, but that's a really high roof. Sometimes thatch can be a little bit on the dark side because you've got a dark underside and it's kind of, they often hang quite low over the windows. With this amount of height in such a small room, it's really going to give us a much bigger feeling of space. And that is always appreciated, especially when we're going to spend quite a lot of time in this little space. And we've always said this, you know, when you're creating a space where you do your work, and in our case you do your creating, you want a space to feel creative, to feel inspiring. And John was so good at making that little path to our tiny house in Portugal so beautiful, so that your walk to work just made you smile, you know. So by the time you got to work, you're feeling great and you're excited to be in there. We've already started collecting interiors for it. We've got those gorgeous terracotta tiles. We've got a lovely big terracotta pot. I've got some paintings in the house, which I've earmarked for in here. We've got my cupboard coming along, which is going to be quirky and fun and uplifting. And I cannot wait to get started on the interiors, and that will be the next step once this roof is done. So in some ways, this feels like it's just the beginning of all the really fun stuff, you know? Joseph, you've got 2 new members of your team. They've come to work.
They've come to work?
Yeah.
Yeah, they must do it.
Yeah, they will, hey.
Sure.
Are you guys going to learn how to do thatch? All right, so it's just this last side of beams that need to go up. I don't know if they're going to put 1 or 2 in there. This side there's 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the rig side, so 1, 2, 3 would balance them out perfectly, but let's see. These poles are jolly heavy.
Do you know this caterpillar we found yesterday?
Oh my goodness, he's huge.
I think he eats these leaves, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't know, must do. He's He's been around a while. I think he might be about to go in a cocoon, boys. We must keep an eye on it, hey? Leave him there and let's see what happens, because I think he might be getting ready to pupate. And do you know what comes out of that caterpillar?
What?
A moth like the one that Coffee found for you this morning.
It's a bit gloomy down here. Okay, there's John's motorbike. I see a whole bunch of poles going up. There's Tara and the boys. What did you find?
A big caterpillar behind that tree there.
Where?
But we catched it and it went away.
Oh.
But Dad, do you want to see this massive moth I caught?
Yeah, I do. Where is it? Where?
Oh, it's a big one. Bigger than your hand.
No. It's in your bug barn, is it?
He already lost a little glitter. I'm looking after. He's injured.
He's injured, is he?
Injured moth.
Okay, all right.
He's big,
Let's have a look. How do you know it's a moth and not a butterfly?
because Coffee said it's a moth.
Okay. All right, I want to go and look at what the boys have been doing out there. How's it going?
You're going to be very, very happy.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go look. Wow, that looks so cool. Wow, they've done that really quickly. What? No way. Slow down, fellas. Look at that. That's amazing. Wow. Those guys move. Good morning, John.
Oh, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm so fine.
Great.
How was the journey?
Ah, you know Harari.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, wow. Let's go inside. That's amazing, eh?
So cool, huh?
Yeah.
So they literally built the structure to hold the roof and the roof
Yeah.
all in one morning.
Why is it? Papa is saying, and in that way, is about sitting so.
First of all, the guys have put down what we could call base plates. Round logs on top of the brick wall, base plates. In the UK, we would be putting down probably flat pieces of wood down on top of the brick, and that would probably have some sort of a waterproof membrane in between it and the wood, in between the wall and the wood, and that would be drilled into, could be drilled into the main structure. If it's not, what would happen is there would be these braces, big long brackets up the side of the wall, maybe a meter long, that would go, and you drill them in, drill, holes, and then it would come over the top, and they'd be every so often, I'm not sure exactly, along the wall, and then they would be going over the top of that base plate, and they would be drilled in that way. So that would be what would hold into place the wood base plate around the top of a brick structure. The equivalent to that here in Zimbabwe is cementing into the main structure quite deeply a couple of pieces of wire, one every meter or so around the top, and then wrapping that wire around the top of the log to hold it down in place. Does a very similar job, I suppose, although the wire isn't quite as thick as what you'd probably get for those metal braces that go up and over. But yeah, they're going to do the trick. Then they're going to last a good long time. And the proof, I suppose, is in the legacy of buildings that have come before this. 20 years, 25 years, this roof we're hoping will last. Certainly the log part, the wood part of it anyway. And then of course onto that base plate, which here is a log round base plate, guys are basically hammering very, very long nails through the beams and into the base plate. And that's what's holding the beams into the base plate currently. I'm not sure if they'll do anything more, I don't know, reinforced at a later time, whether this is just the structure going into place now. What's going to happen, I'm not sure, but that's how they're getting this framework into place. One thing that I am deeply, deeply appreciative of, and also, I don't know, mildly in awe of, is how these structures go together with so little planning. You know, everybody just knows how to do it, who comes on site. Nobody needs to look at a drawing or a plan or anything like that. They just kind of look at it and go, okay, well, this is how we do that, and then get on and do it. The same way that John has built an entire structure on top of a rock. Everybody is here just doing it without plans, without drawings, just getting on with it. And I love that way of building. I really, really love it. Okay, we've got a couple of cross beams. I would imagine they'll be fairly permanent structures. These ones here coming across. And by the looks of things, the bracing structures are now being just taken out of place. So we'll see how it holds.
How are you doing? I've been doing a bit of musing and thinking about how this roof needed so much preparation before it could even get started. All of the clearing, the building of the structures, the making sure that everything was strong enough to hold the roof once it goes on, the laying of the poles, and eventually what will come is, of course, the grass. And I'm feeling a little bit like March is a bit like that. By now, in March, the new year, new me energy has definitely worn off, and most New Year's resolutions haven't made it past February. This year, I've been trying to focus less on what I can become and understanding more about who I am, letting go of old clutter and doing some clearing of my own. For me, it's been all about mental clutter. Getting rid of old expectations. Pressure I can sometimes put on myself to do everything well and to do everything all at once. And therapy's helping me to do that. To understand where the old patterns are coming from, to appreciate what I can do with letting go of, and helping me navigate that process. It's been less about adding more goals and more things, and more about allowing myself a little bit of space to breathe. This part of the episode is a paid partnership with BetterHelp, and it couldn't fit more perfectly into this season of life for me. BetterHelp is an online platform committed to making access to therapy so much easier. All you got to do is fill in an online questionnaire and you will be matched with a credentialed therapist based on your preferences and on their clinical experience. You're usually matched within a couple of days with a therapist, and if it's not quite the right fit for you, then you can swap out your therapist with no questions asked and no extra cost. Having that dedicated time each week where I know that I'm going to have the opportunity to talk and to unpack and to understand a little bit more about what's going on with me has helped me feel so much more grounded. So if you're ready to start your own therapy journey in this season of life, then please use our unique link. It's betterhelp.com/newbies, and that will get you 10% off your first month of therapy. And just remember that sometimes the strongest builds don't start by adding more. They begin with starting to clear what's underneath. Come on then, Obi. Let's go see what's going on.
Ta-da! It's a new day.
Well done. You got changed.
I got changed. I got a caterpillar in my shirt.
Is it?
Yeah, it was so itchy.
Okay, sorry about
So
that. Do you need help getting it out?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
'Cause I can help.
No, I managed. You're fine, thank you. But you're so chivalrous, darling. Well done.
Is that the same colour you're painting your cabinets?
It is similar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Zelda's going to bring us the paint. Zelda and Phyllis are going to bring us the paint tomorrow.
Okay, that's good news.
Yep.
Because I don't want to look at that Dulux machine again for a little while.
Shame. She did send a big apology.
Did she?
Yeah.
It's like,
She's like, can we deliver it for you?
really?
Best local business around, you guys. Halsteads, honestly, legends.
I said to Ernest, who was in the shop at the same time, I was like, for flip's sake, Ernest.
That's probably why we got such a big apology this morning. I was like, oh, it wasn't a big deal. It's no problem. These things happen.
Sorry, Ernest. Sorry, yeah. Anyway, end of a long day. And here we are, another long day as well. So I'm just watching them mark out. Actually, this is an interesting one for us because we don't often do it like this, do we? Normally I'm busy working, Tara's walking around or doing some projects or making like these food forests.
Food forest.
Food forest.
I don't think we can call it food forest yet, but that's the vision.
Yeah.
Right now it's an orchard.
Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm looking at all these poles that are being cut short.
Yeah, I know. They are going to be very useful, aren't they?
What are you going to do with them?
Archways, maybe a fence.
Okay.
Yeah, helpful as ever.
Worksite dog.
Now learning to thatch.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this one's a bit of a strange one because actually here we are.
Oh look, it's the first cross beam.
Watching like you guys are watching. I really like woodwork, so I would really like to be involved in this right now. But there's so many of them, I just feel like I'd be getting in the way and slowing it down. So I think like you, I'll be fiddling around a little bit later on, but for now I'm just going to watch them put it together. It's going together like...
So fast, eh?
Yeah.
I think it's quite possible that they're starting to put grass on tomorrow.
No.
Yeah,
another
tomorrow
day.
afternoon.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Here's your pole number 1, darling. What are you going to do with that one?
The world's your oyster.
Grow grapes up it.
The grapes up it, yeah. Passion fruit.
Passion fruits. Where are you going to grow them?
Be nice to do a fence, a nice sunny fence with passion fruits on it. Wouldn't
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
You know what I was saying in the last episode is the only tools these guys have been using is a hammer and a tape measure. Like there's no levels, there's no fancy lasers, there's nothing. They just don't, like all of it is just by feel and by hand.
Do you know, I was
And
saying
they
that.
had to be really creative around getting those poles around the curves and stuff. Like it's very cool.
I was saying that earlier.
Very organic.
It's my favourite way of building is,
Yeah.
you know, the entire building's been built just like that. You know, nobody's gone, okay, it's going to go exactly here. Let's draw a line and then let's, you know, get a laser out. It's just been, okay, well, the next stone obviously goes here. The next brick obviously goes here. Up
It's
there
just
as well.
organically grown up off that rock, hasn't it?
It has.
And you know the other cool thing is Joseph said he doesn't think they're going to need to cut any trees.
Right, okay. I think they want to chop one branch
One
down.
branch, is it?
Yeah.
Big storms rolling in, folks. Not great for thatching, great for the garden though. Right, I'm going to leave John to it up there. It is starting to rain, which may call off play, but we'll see. But I've got a friend coming over for tea. She actually has got a wonderful Instagram account and a budding YouTube channel. So if you want to check it out, I'll pop her details in the description below. She's a local homesteader. Her name is Abby and her Instagram and YouTube channel are called The Skillful Woman. Make sure you go and check it out. I think you guys will love it.
Hopefully in a couple of days' time, we will be seeing sunshine again. Oh, horrible father, horrible dad, making little boys work for their bread, even when they've got a cold.
Should we put it in or no?
Yeah. That's not going inside. Okay. Well done. Is it heavy? All right.
I'm doing it, Dad!
I saw it. Well done. Buried under the soil that we're able to use as really solid foundations for these stairs. But to be honest, are turning out to be quite a lot grander than I'd originally anticipated. I kind of had imagined to start off with just these very quick, quite steep steps coming down the side of the rock. You know, this is one of the joys and one of the fun parts of building and designing off plan. We had no idea that these steps would look like this, but this is how it happened here. John turns up, I talk to John and I say, hey, let's build it like this. And then the next day John's here and we're laying the first brick. So it's kind of, like I've said previously, I really love building like this. One of the cool things I've noticed about how they're doing the wooden framework is when they want to go round a corner, rather than cutting the slats, the wooden cross beams, rather than cutting them all the way through to go around the corner, they're cutting them just enough so that they can almost crack them and snap them to go round the bend, so that it still remains one solid piece of wood going round. The wood's cut from the tree, so it's not perfectly square or not perfectly flat. So the wood's kind of going like this as a tree branch would. Whenever there's a bump in it and they need to set that down, they're also putting a cut in the wood so that they can then push it down, force it down, and with these huge nails, hit it into the framework. And every single piece of wood that goes into that framework is making the entire structure stronger. It's brilliant. What Joseph, the lead thatcher up there, has said to me is that we cannot start thatching when it's raining, so because we don't want the water to go inside the straw. So we've got to keep an eye on the weather. Hopefully we get some more of that sunshine and we can be sticking thatch on it, quick sticks.
So very sweetly, Coffee's wife Crane has made lunch for the guys on site so that they don't have to go anywhere to have their lunch. And this is what's on the menu in case you're interested about local Zimbabwean cuisine. Looks good, Pride. This is what you call sadza and muriwo. Sadza is like a maize meal that gets made into, I suppose, it's the same all over Africa but called different names. In Tanzania and Kenya it's called ugali, isn't it? South Africa it's called pap. In Malawi, Zambia, it's called nshima.
Yes.
And in Zimbabwe, it's called sadza. And this is a huge staple in Zim. It's what everybody eats, fills your tummy nicely, and the relish is delicious. I think most of that is from our greenhouse, which is great. So yeah, they'll all break for lunch shortly. We need to eat some lunch, and we'll see where the afternoon takes us. It's all going to be a little bit weather dependent today, I think. Let's wander in here and see how it's going. Joseph, it looks amazing. Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Good, good. Are you going to wait for the rain before starting to put the grass?
Yeah, but by tomorrow we are putting grass.
Is it?
Yes.
Amazing.
Tomorrow we'll be
Putting grass.
8 to 9 we'll be.
Putting grass already. And with the rain, you don't worry, huh?
No.
No.
If it is raining, we stop.
Okay.
And then we start
When it dries. Okay. So if it rains, they stop and they start again when it dries.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful that is, hey guys. And these guys are getting close to the top of that step. Good work.
You know what's like really amazing about this entire build is I'm the only person on the entire build that's used power tools. And the only two power tools I've used were the grinder, angle grinder to get through the rebar.
You used a drill to put the rebar in.
I drilled to use the rebar, put the rebar in. We couldn't have done that any other way. And a circular saw.
Coffee, you've got lots of fans on YouTube now.
Sure.
Yeah, have you seen the comments?
Yeah. I saw you reply to a couple.
Yeah. Yes, I will reply.
That's good. Good for you.
Yeah.
Lots of new friends in America.
Sure. I feel happy.
Good.
I wasn't thinking it would be like that.
Yeah.
For someone who is in America, just say coffee, coffee, coffee. Oh, that's impressive.
It's cool, eh? Friends all
And
over the world.
just so everybody knows, coffee, Kofi,
Yeah.
not as in the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, these poor boys, they're both full of cold. Chesty coughs, croaky voices. You want to go up there? You're going to have to ask your best friend. You know, eh? You're going to have to ask your best friend. Coffee! Oh, I love my little man. Come on then. Use your feet, not your body. Use your feet. Put your feet on the rock. Feet and hands, that's it. Well done. How are you doing? Good. Have you had a good day? Are you croaky? What's that look doing? Love you so much. Oh, that little croaky voice, hey?
I'm gonna fill it up.
What, you're going to fill up the bucket? Okay. Well done, Sawyer. Hey, look at you. Are you building? Good work, my love. Hey, Coffee, what do you think? Good apprentice?
Yeah. Okay, so here we are. Another rock, another step, some more wood in the roof. Excitingly, Sawyer is going to taste the local food for the first time. It's called sudza. I've got Sawyer sat on my lap. So you want to taste sudza? Okay, all right, let's try it. Tell me how it tastes. How does it taste? Do you want some more?
Nope.
No. Why not? Why? What's wrong with it? Is it not tasty? So suddenly from just Coffee and I putting some rocks on top of concrete, it's got a little bit busy because we've got a dead tree as well. And the chainsaw that is on site at the moment, being used to build our roof up there, is also waiting to chop down this tree here. This is a tree that Tara doesn't need to worry about or cry for or get stressed about it coming down, but I should go and tell her.
I've just been told the tree's coming down.
Yeah, so the tree's coming down.
Now?
Yeah, the chainsaw's on site.
Okay.
So we're gonna chop it down.
So that tree is a beautiful big Masasa tree, and we're not sure why it happened, but it did happen. The previous owners did a process here which kills trees. I'm sure it's the same all over the world, but they ring barked it, which is when you take the layer of bark around the trunk off. It is sad though. It's a beautiful, beautiful tree. It's the biggest one we've got on the property, and it's dead. It needs to come down before it rots and causes us any trouble. But the good news is Masasa wood does make beautiful firewood. So we are going to get it cut up and we're going to get it stored. Winters in this part of Zimbabwe do get jolly cold. We can get frosts. Usually there's lows of about 3 degrees and highs of about 20 during the day, so it's lovely and it's very dry. It's not a wet cold. Having good firewood for our fireplace in the living room in the winter is an absolute necessity, so it won't go to waste, but it is very sad that it no longer exists as it should have.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought he was going to go branch by branch with that one.
Oh wow, they're going straight for it. That is completely terrifying.
I'm going to take a step back. I can hear it going. Grand old tree. Wow, dude. That's our pile of terracotta tiles for the tiny house floor. And that's where the tree landed. Magic. Not a single broken tile. Good news.
So the guys are there carrying on with the steps. The chainsaw has stopped momentarily. It's about to start again though. Getting this tree down, and the other guys are in the garage sorting out the grass because the grass is going to start going on tomorrow. Okay, so as you guys can see, these bundles are massive. That's how it's come. And the guys are tying them into smaller, slightly tighter bundles ready for grass tomorrow. All right, guys, well, that's the end of today. We're going to see you guys all tomorrow. John is just loading up the Thatchers, taking them back into town. We've got Phyllis, Zelda and Farai here from Homestead who've come to help us fix our water geyser. We are just, yeah, it's been chaos today. It's been absolute chaos. So forgive us for it feeling a little bit bitty and kind of incomplete. We're juggling a lot, but we will see you guys in the morning when the grass will start going onto the house. A fig. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, when the grass is going to start going onto the tiny house. Very excited for that. So, yeah, we'll check you guys then. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to us.